Good morning. It's Sunday here at Spring Rains of Life, Spring Rains of Hope, and now New Jersey Virtual Herd. I'm doing a post about manure in paddocks. I'm doing a video. Basically, if any of you have been following, our young stud donkey, our baby, who's now not a baby anymore, Gus Archie, went for cryptorchid gelding surgery this past week, and it went successfully, and this is day 3 of him being home, and I just checked him. He's improved. The swelling is actually down, and he looks really perky and bright, and so that's a good sign. But anyway, the video I want to make right now is just in appreciation of a new volunteer that has come to Spring Rains of Life, which is our nonprofit. It's a 501c3. We serve groups of trauma survivors with equine-assisted psychotherapy. We've done it since 2012. We were shut down in COVID. So anyway, the nonprofit is still open, it still exists, and we are still accepting farm volunteers on limited shifts, limited basis. So anyway, Sean, I won't say his last name, but Sean is a new volunteer that came. He's been coming, I think he's been here 4 or 5 times. He has horse experience. He's worked at horse farms before. He owns his own company, so he's really just giving his time and expertise. I told him how I was worried that when Gus Archie turned out, I really wanted the paddock to be cleaned up because, we'd had 6 weeks of untouched manure out here from all the snow, and it was fine because it was frozen. But now it's warming up and it's not frozen anymore, and I really didn't want this freshly gelded donkey to come out here into mud ick. Mud ick. I call it mud, I-C-K. It's ick. It's poop and hay and mud and wet and mixed together, and it's like this slimy, slippery, anyway, mud ick. So this is what he did for Gus Archie yesterday. And it is even leveled out some. I'm going to have to check with him and say, how did you level these out? But we're getting warm weather this week, and so we'll be able to really get this nice and clean for him. But he got all the ick out, and I'm going to have to say a special thank you. So springrainsoflife.org, spring like the season, right? It'll be in the description. springrainsoflife.org. Farm volunteers on the weekends. I'll show you over here what it probably looked like starting out, because we just had this snow melt, and now all of this is becoming exposed. Now the girl donkeys, Edith and Gloria, have been in this paddock the longest. They couldn't be with the half stud. So if I go close, maybe they made a trail of poop because they didn't walk in the deep snow. Now they're starting to venture out, but they made a trail of poop. So that is 6 weeks of manure at the hay pile, and then all the way to the gate. It just continues. 6 weeks worth of manure that was frozen, which is now thawing out, so it needs to come up and out. Anyway, so we do have to be careful because Gloria, our farrier, let us know that Gloria has separating hoof walls on all 4 feet. So we are going to have to be careful with this turnout. But anyway, I just wanted to point out that because we wouldn't make it without volunteers. We just wouldn't make it. We don't have any paid staff. We don't have any paid barn work. We have 2 amazing veterans who come here regularly and give to the horses because of what the horses gave to them in the past. These are veterans that came through our program long ago. But anyway, without them, I don't know what I'd do because they're very regular. But we also have some star farm volunteers that come and just really help out, and this was just a blessing to see this morning. So there's a 4-minute video on manure and how happy I am. So I'll do a check-in with Gus Archie later. He's been turning out in the aisleway, so we'll check in with him later so y'all can see how he's doing. And as I sign out here, I think I have to just show you what's going on our front porch here in the sun. We've got our goats, well, the Hunt Cap Farm goats. These are not our goats, but they sure have become beloved by us. They belong to the farm, and they come out of their stalls and they hang out, and then they go back in the barn. Who's that? It's Gus. That's Gus Archie. There's Puzzle. Sorry, this is Dijon, who is getting a good scratch on his back from the manure wagon. Whatever works. Here's Red coming up. Hi, Red. And Dijon the goat. He's a Nigerian dwarf. And then his partner in crime there is Puzzle, who is, looks like he's scratching his face on a wheelbarrow tire. So like I said, whatever works. And then we have Miss Honey. Here's Miss Honey, and she's just having a lovely sun nap. Good morning, honey. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, darling. I don't know where Crazy Legs is. He's usually with them, but okay. So sorry about the shaking of the camera, but I am being rubbed on by a goat. What do you want? What are you gonna rub on me for? Are you gonna eat my clothes? Come on now. Come on now. You got those little nubby horns. That hurts. Oh, well, actually, that's sore. You can rub there if you want. That's sore. Go ahead. No, you can do that spot. Go ahead. There you go. All right, everybody. I'm going to sign out now. I'll check in later with Gasarchi so y'all can see how he's doing. Have a good morning. Happy Sunday.